Well, we've got 3 rows of Irish potatoes here that is just about ready to dig. You can see them pretty close. You can tell the tater bug is starting to eat on the leaves, but that's okay. That ain't the part I want anyway. But let's see if we can string together some of the video I've taken earlier and see if we can maybe give a little tutorial on how these things go from start to finish. Well, it's February 20th, a little late on these tater planting. Me and the dogs out here trying to get it done today. So if you want to have a decent sized garden, you need one of these. You need the tractor, but you need this cultivator here. You see this cultivator's got a set of shoes on it there. Those are for digging the grass out after you've had it tilled. But the important part here in all this is them 2 discs right there, and that's what you call a hiller. It'll make your beds. You run it down through there, and you see how them 2 discs are turned in towards each other. What that's gonna do is scoop up a bunch of dirt and it's gonna lay it out in a hump. And then of course, this gadget up here on top, you pull them 2 bolts right there out, you can flip it upside down, and that'll dig you a little old furrow strip down through the middle of that hump. Give you a place to lay them potatoes in there. Then you take it and turn it, flip it right back over like it is now. You make another pass, and them 2 discs will drag dirt up on top of them, and they'll be buried. If you ain't got something like that and you got to do it with a hoe, Lord help your soul. We got this old garden. Got a few seed beds laid in here. We got a little old row of turnip greens right here. Got us a row of onions down through yonder. We got 3 rows laid out. I got a row and a half of potatoes we're fixing to cover up. That's about 15 pounds. I'll probably go back and get another 15 and finish all these 3 rows out. So we'll have plenty of taters to eat this year. Garden tater sure is good. So if you notice that little scene I just showed you, had a little old gullies cut down the middle of them rows. And that was from that little old furrowing plow that goes down the middle of that bedding disc. Drops them taters right in there like I was telling you. And in the interest of all honesty, it took way more pounds of potatoes than I said it was going to take. I think I put about 45 to 50 pounds in the ground. But again, that gives you plenty of potatoes to eat. You drop them taters in the hole. Try to get them where you turn the eyes up like them are. That right there. And a lot of people will put all kinds of stuff on there, lime or other stuff to try to dry them things out. I ain't never done that. Don't have a problem with it if you want to do it, but that's just more work. As dry as it is here, I don't see no chance that these taters are gonna rot. It'd be a miracle if they come up. So you want to put them potatoes in the ground about 6 weeks before your what's considered your last frost date. And around here, basically your end of your frost season is about the middle of March. So of course I got those in the ground a little late. However, old man winter come in, had one last hoorah. Old, what's that old Puxatawny Phil? He put the curse on us and we got a late freeze. And bit them taters down, but it really don't matter because the important part is what's underground, and as long as the ground itself don't freeze that deep, which is not going to in East Texas where I'm at, you'll be fine. It bit the top off of them and they grew back. Take about 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 weeks, if they do get killed, they'll be right back. And that's what happened here. They got bit down, but you see them now, they're standing up there tall and proud, getting close to making. What you really got to be looking for is down here, get down here at the ground and you'll see how that ground is cracked. That ain't normal for this ground around here. It starts to crack open, them taters start growing under there. See them cracks right there? When they start swelling up, it'll crack that ground pretty good. Like, you know, see right in here where there ain't none, you see there's no cracks there. But you get up under the potato plant, well, and you'll start to see where it's cracking just a little bit. Them taters start swelling up pretty big and it's busting that ground open. Here's another spot. Anyway, when you start seeing all that, you'll know harvest time is right around the corner. I see a bunch of spots like that all up and down through here, but that's another thing you want to be looking for. When you see that, ooh, boys, it's about tater time. So after poking around under here where I seen some of them cracking open, I dug a little dirt off of it. You'll see here they are. I ain't gonna dig it up now because I'm gonna let it grow some more. I guarantee you here in about 3 weeks, it'll be time to uncover them all. Well, it's the day we've been waiting for. It's potato digging day. So I'm gonna get this cultivator swapped over, get these hilling disc off of it, then put that middle buster, then started on putting that middle buster on it. Use it to pull them taters out of the ground so I can just walk down through there and pick them up. I had to pull that little furring plow out off of it to put this on there, but when I get it all put together, we'll see if we can get a little film of us pulling taters and see what we find under the ground. So I got that metal buster on there, and it'll just go down the middle of these rows, and I'll show you what these potatoes look like whenever they're ready to be done. They don't look like good looking plants no more. Look like somebody done let the garden go, but basically what we do is let them go until they start wilting down, until they tops start dying, and at that point it's time to come in there and harvest and see what you got. I have to move some of these tomato plants out of the way here on these rows here before I can even run that tractor down through here. But long story short is this is what we've all been waiting for. Good size, liking what I'm seeing so far. If you run down through there, here's what you get. Looks like a pretty good many. We'll pick them up and then we'll run them cultivator plows over top of it and see if we can find any more under some of this dirt. But as you can see, it looks like a pretty good crop. So we'll see what we get when this is all said and done. Well, you can probably tell by looking at me that digging potatoes is hot work. But it's rewarding work. They made pretty decent this year. I think you can probably see them here over my shoulder. I don't know how many that's going to be, probably 250, 300 pounds. It'll be more than we'll eat this year. We'll can some of them. We'll eat some of them fresh. We'll give some of them to the friends and neighbors. So what begins in early or mid-February ends in the end of May. About 100 days from putting them in the ground to harvest. And only hard work you put into it is the day you put them in the ground and the day you take them out. All the rest of it's just watching and waiting. So thank you, Lord, for the bountiful harvest, and I hope y'all enjoy.